slow.
Do whatever you need to, my friend. Right, okay, you probably need to go back a little bit further, I think.
Okay.
Yeah? Leave your seatbelt for the minute, okay? So let's go back a tiny bit further because you've got quite a long leg.
See, that's what I told you about looking at small cars.
So yeah, just, does it go back any further?
No.
No, that's fine. Now, with your right foot, can you reach the brake pedal okay? Yeah? We're going to move the steering wheel. So reach under here, can you see where I'm pointing? Just under here, so let go of the wheel, just under there.
Okay.
You put your thumb in the little gap down here, push that down. Raise the wheel up for me, so hold it, and pull it towards you a bit, that's better. Now reach underneath and lock it back up. Does that give you a bit more space now with your legs?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So, sit back nice and comfortably. Do you feel you want to move the back of your chair?
That's fine then.
Yeah? Do you want to be higher or lower?
I'm going to go a little bit higher as well.
So if you want to go higher, just reach underneath and push this bit up. Okay? How's that feel?
Feels alright.
Let's move the wheel forward as well. So reach underneath. Good. And keep it up high, but push it in. That's it. And then lock it back in place. Yeah? Better?
Yeah.
Yep. Let's put our seatbelts on. Right. So, I'm going to move this mirror around so I can just see out the back. Okay. Now, do you want to set up the door mirrors?
Yes, please.
So you've got some buttons just down at the very end of your door. If you press the top left button, so if you see the buttons, so you've got ones on the left and the right.
Top left button.
Yeah. Good. Now look at this left mirror and press the arrow key, and the mirror will move. See that?
Yeah.
Now what we want to do is see the door handle. Can you see my hand in this bit of the mirror? So can you see the door mirror?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. So if you move it to the right a little bit, so can you see the door handles?
Yeah.
Perfect. Right. Let's set the right one the same way. Good. And get the door handles in place in that one as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're ready to go. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now press and hold the brake in. Are you doing that already?
Yeah.
Do you know where the gear lever is?
Yeah, it's on the steering wheel.
Yeah. So we'll push it into drive. Now before we can go, where do we need to look?
Maybe it's in the
Brilliant. Just out in front. So a bit hard to see here with this car next to us, but try and look through the windows a little bit.
Okay.
Anyone coming at the moment?
No.
No, not that we can see. Anyone coming from the right?
No.
So we're going to creep forward a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll lift the brake looking to the left, and then as we go forward, we're going to brake again now. Good. And then brake again. Now we can see better now. Is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah. Right. So if you lift off the brake completely, and as we roll forward, we're going to start turning to the left. So lift off the brake all together. Just put your foot on the floor. And then as we roll round, we're going to try and line up on this furthest bit of road here. So come to the right for me. That's it. Over to the right side a little bit more. The other road, the other lane. Move to the right a little bit. So yeah, just want to move over to the right. That's it. Good. And then line yourself up now on this bit of road here. So I'm just going to slow you down a tiny bit. So can you see this bit of road?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to be driving in between these two orange cones in the front.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. No pedals. Steer to the left for me. Hold. That's it. Good. And as we start to line up now, we can straighten the wheel. Good. And get ourselves nicely positioned on this bit of road.
Okay.
Brilliant. How's that feel?
Feels alright.
Yeah. So we're going to try, where we can, we're going to try and drive as close as we can to the grass on the right hand side.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, how do you think we're going to line that up? How can we line that up?
I can just look at the turn the steering wheel round and then.
Yeah. So if you look all the way down to the very end, come to the left again just to line it up. Can you see the orange cones in the far distance, or even like the yellow tipped trees? Can you see the yellow trees just in front of us in the distance? So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and point the car to the top of the steering wheel at that point.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Now we're going to practice our braking. So as smoothly as you can, rest your foot on the brake and then excellent, very good. Yeah. Happy with that? Yeah. So quick check in the mirrors. Safe to move away.
Yeah.
Good. Check in the blind spots as well. Let's lift off. And now we're going to try and increase the speed a tiny bit. Okay. So let's see if we can build ourselves to about 10 miles per hour.
Okay.
That's good. Now look up into the distance as well. Good. If it feels like it's going a bit quick, we'll just gently lift the gas a little bit. Perfect. Now we're very well positioned on the left side. If you look in the mirror, can you see how you're close to the grass? Yeah. And if you look in the right mirror, can you see how there's a gap? Yeah. So let's put on a very small amount of steering to the right and see if we can get in the right mirror to get it to look like it's closer in that one. Yeah. Yeah. Once we've got it nice and close, we can straighten the wheel, and then we can very gently squeeze in that gas again a little bit. Good. Keep the wheel to the right side a little bit so we keep it straight. Good. And then we can lift the gas as soon as it starts to feel like it's getting a bit quicker. So lift off the gas for me. Good. And we're going to cover the brake pedal and very gently slow ourselves down. Now you can let go of all the pedals, and we're just going to roll it. Hold on to the wheel though. You can roll it slowly. Let go of the pedals though. Just let it roll, let it move nice and slow. So we've got 3 possible turns that we can take here. Can you see the 3 turns? Yeah, I can. Yeah? So you've got straight on over the grass, and then we've got 2 left turns. Yeah? Just in front. So we're going to drive in between the 2 orange cones and the 2 blue cones. Okay. Yeah? And we're going to try and point the car towards the orange pole. Can you see the orange pole? Yeah, I can see that one. Right, so let's very carefully try and point the car towards the orange pole. Stay close to the blue ones if you can. That's good. Excellent. Now let's steer around to the orange pole. That's good. And then when we get to the orange pole, where you can see the broken bits of plastic, you see those? Yep. Come to the left just a little bit. We're going to come through the gap over here. Good. That's it. Brilliant.
Yeah, Susan, go ahead.
And as soon as you feel comfortable, we're going to point ourselves towards the orange cone again. Okay. And we'll have a light press on the gas.
Ready and waiting.
Perfect. Really good. Excellent. Now let's lift off the gas now. You're okay with the brake, I think. Now, what sign have we got here?
There's a stop sign.
Brilliant. Okay, so shall we see if we can get ourselves lined up there? So as slow as we can go. When do you think would be a good time to use the brakes? What are you thinking?
Thinking quite comfortable.
Okay, so let's steer and get ourselves lined up. As we get closer, start thinking about the brakes. Okay. So as we straighten the wheel, very light press. This is great positioning though. Bring us to a stop just here. Really good. Yeah? Really good. Yeah. Now, why have we stopped here? Can you think of any reason why?
It's because I think about I need to be aware of cars.
Where are those cars going to come from, do you think?
They're going to come from the straight.
Yes, so if we have a look, can we see any cars driving down this bit in front on the straight bit?
No.
No, so let's roll round to the right. Okay. So go slow at first. Okay, we can look to the right here to get ourselves lined up. Following that white car, can you see it all the way down at the end? Okay. Good, nice smooth turn, I like that. And as soon as you feel comfortable, just a light, gentle squeeze, trying to position the car as close to the right side as we can. Now this side is a little bit more bumpy, so if it starts to feel bumpy, what do you think we should do?
I think we should slow down.
Yeah, just lift off the pedal a little bit. That's good. Oh, someone's hit that orange cone. You see it up in the distance?
Yeah, I can
Yeah?
see it.
So we want to be quite close to that orange cone, so we don't want to be quite so close as someone else might have got. Can you see the red sign?
Yeah, I can
Yeah?
see it as well.
So the red sign is telling us to slow down when we get there, reduce speed. Why is it telling us to reduce speed, do you think?
Because it will just because it will say about 10, 20 or 30 miles.
Yeah, so we've got different speeds, yeah, so we're going to be less than 10 when we go through there,
Yeah.
and mainly because we're driving into a little car park, aren't we? So we've got cars that might be moving around, yeah? So as we roll to the end, we're going to try and go all the way round those orange cones at the end.
Okay.
Now, we don't want to hit any of those cones, so what's our plan going to be? So the orange cones are on the left side, so where do you think we should try and position?
Left quarter to 3 position.
Let's drive down, let's ease back, that's it, carefully roll it forward. Now, where are there no cones? So over to the right hand side, yeah? So if we lift off the gas pedal now, just let the car pull itself, and what we're going to try and do is keep the car on the grass as we go all the way round the turn at the end. Now, can you see there's some people?
Yeah.
Yeah? So we're just going to keep it slow, keep an eye on them, they should be okay.
Okay.
Right? And they should actually be faster than us. So if we just keep it nice and slow, they'll walk away before we get there. Now, try and keep the wheel straight, and when you think you're driving onto the grass, that's when we're going to start to turn to the left.
Okay.
Yeah? Happy with that?
Yeah.
So not too soon. That's it. Hold the wheel there. That's probably alright if you hold it there, because can you see how we're coming onto the grass a little bit? Good. And again, hold it there. Just keep us on the grass for as long as we can.
Okay.
Good. Now as we come through here, think about lining yourself up to drive through the gap. That's it. A bit quicker with the wheel to the right. That's it. Hold. That's good. And as soon as you think you're lined up, then just bring the wheel straight. Really good. Like it?
Yeah.
Let's have a gentle squeeze on the gas pedal. That's it. Good. Try and keep it a little bit slower at the moment while you line yourself up. Good. Now, lift off the gas a little bit because we're in line with these orange cones. So we just want to move the wheel a tiny bit to the right. That's it. Good. Perfect. Nicely done. And then you can have a light squeeze on the gas when you get the chance. When you press the gas pedal, just try and press it the very small amount you can think of. That's perfect. That's a great speed. See if we can maintain the speed. Good. We'll just lift the gas just a tiny bit. Now, what are we doing about the car in front? What's your thoughts? Because we're catching up a little bit, aren't we? Yeah.
I think.
So you've slowed down nicely.
Yeah.
So if we try and match the speed so we keep the space,
Okay.
that would be ideal. Because you see their brake lights have come on now. You see their brakes.
Yeah.
So what do you think we should do?
We should stop.
Yeah. So cover the brake. Very, very light press. That's it. And if they're moving, you can let go of the brake and we can just roll again slowly.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Think it's safe to roll forwards a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So no pedals. Because the good thing about the car is that it will roll forwards a little bit on its own anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we're going to try and do the same loop that we did the first time. So can you remember where we went? We went through the orange and the blue cones.
Yep.
And we went towards the big orange one with the pole, and then we came back through again.
Okay.
Okay. So let's try and do that again. Now, if you feel comfortable with a very gentle press, we can have a light press on the gas, but we don't want to go too fast here.
Yeah.
That's good. And again now, if we lift off, go a little bit slower as we go through the gap. Good, because we just want to make sure we point the car through the space, we don't bump any cones. So, heading towards the gap here in front.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. Hold the wheel just like that. Good, and then now we can probably steer towards the big orange cone.
Yeah.
As soon as you think you're driving towards it, then just hold the wheel still. This is a good line, I like this. And then when we get here, we're just going to carry it on towards the two orange cones over here. Now, do you know what give way means?
Is it something that
So, if you cover the brake for me, very gently bring us to a stop. Perfect, okay? Now, give way. If there are any cars driving on the other side here,
Yeah.
we would be the ones to stop.
Okay.
If there is no one coming though, we can carry on.
Okay.
So, is it safe for us to carry on?
Yeah, it's safe.
Let's carefully roll around then. nicely done. Now where do we want to point the car here? Yeah, perfect, just like that. So there's always going to be something to look at, and in this instance it's the orange cone at the end.
Okay.
So let's carefully drive towards it. Do you remember the stop sign?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see if I think we were in a really good position last time. So let's see if we can get the same place. That's good. I like this so far. So let's think about slowing a tiny bit. See if we can get ourselves lined up. And we want to stop before we go past the sign. That's it. And hold there. Brilliant. Now, do you know how the indicators work?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I can just move to the right.
Good. So if the wipers come on, that's going to be just because we've twisted this bit, so we'll try and leave that bit off.
Yeah.
If you put your fingers just underneath a little bit and then lift up the lever.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just put your fingers. That's it. Perfect. Now that's signalling to the right. Now, is there anyone coming?
No.
No. So let's carefully roll round. Good. Have a quick look to see where you want to go, and then try and line yourself up nice and smoothly. Really good. I like this. Good. Now, what we're going to do now, instead of driving all the way down to the very end, we're going to turn left when we get to the orange cones.
Okay.
Yeah, can you see the orange cones just in front of us?
Yeah, I can see it.
So we can have a little bit of gas, just to try and build us a little bit, and then we're going to let go of the gas. Good, so we can let go now. Good. Now, if we check our mirrors, okay, quick look there. Good. Now we're going to signal to the left, so we can push the lever down.
Okay.
That's perfect. Try and drive a bit closer to the big orange cone, and then once we go past it, we're going to steer all the way around, driving in the gap between these orange ones.
Okay.
So I like the position. I think speed is good. I think we'll keep it slow, because the more steering we're going to do, the slower we want to go. So lift off the gas just a tiny bit. And then as we get into the gap now, turning now as quick as we can all the way to the left, trying to drive all the way back this way. That's good. And then we can line ourselves up. Perfect. And then we'll have a light squeeze on the gas pedal as well. Okay. Now, shall we try and do the sharper left turn this time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is there anyone behind us? So have a quick check in the mirrors. That's it. Good. So no one there.
No one there.
So let's lift off the gas a little bit. Can you remember how we put the left signal on? Good. That's it. And we're driving all the way up to the orange cones. Can you see but we're turning left this time before the orange cones.
Okay.
Can you see the very last blue cone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a good position, but we might try and just move a tiny bit to the right.
Okay.
Let's lift off the gas completely. Good. That's it. Move to the right just a tiny little bit. Perfect. And we want to go through the gap here.
Okay.
Yeah? Can you see the bush over there?
Yeah.
So we're going to try and very carefully point the car towards that bush. That's brilliant. I like that. Good. The car's going to move around. Can you see how we're pointing towards the bush nearly? So when you're looking directly at the bush over the top of the steering wheel, we'll straighten up the wheel. That's it. Straighten the wheel. And we're going to turn left again here between these blue cones. Did you see the signal? Oops. Don't worry about that. Do the steering first. That's it. Good. Brilliant. And then you can line yourself up nicely. And then if the wipers were still on, now we would turn them off.
Okay.
So remember, the things like the wipers and stuff like that, they're secondary controls.
Yeah.
Make sure the steering and the pedals are the ones we use first of all.
Okay.
Right. Do you want to drive us around and bring us to a stop by the stop sign?
Okay.
Okay. Brilliant. Now think about slowing down a little bit. Really gently as you roll into place. Good. Nice smooth stop. Gently with the brake. Hold there. Do you remember how to put the right signal on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Have a look to your left now. Is it all clear? Anyone coming?
No.
No. Let's roll round. That's good. I like this. As soon as you feel comfortable, we'll start adding the gas a little bit. Good. And let's turn left at the orange cones again. So, anyone behind us?
No.
Shall we give the left signal? Perfect. That's it. Get that nice slow pace. Now, can you remember when we started steering on the way through here?
Yeah.
When did we do it?
We do it over there as well.
Yeah, good. So wait until we've gone past these first two cones.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Brilliant. That's it. And then now you can probably turn all the way around. Really good. That's it. Do the steering first. Brilliant. And then you can then start using the gas pedal a little bit. Really good. Like it. How have you found the drive so far?
Yeah, it's been good.
What's been your best bit?
The best bit is I like sharp left.
Going through those sharp turns?
Yeah, I like all of that.
Okay. So let's do those sharp turns again.
Yeah.
Good. So nice use of the mirrors. Nice use of the signal. Like that. Good. Now think about that speed on approach. This is good. I like this. Good position as well.
Yeah.
See where the blue cone is up in the distance.
Okay.
Good. Slow it down just a little bit to make the turn a bit easier. That's good. Now slow it down a bit more, and we're going to turn left again here into this middle turn.
Okay.
Can you see the middle turn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, turning left again now, quick. Good. Off the gas. That's it. Keep it nice and gentle. That's it. Get yourself nicely lined up. Now, can you see now when you use your mirrors, you can see the car behind us?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Light gas. Let's drive us up towards the stop sign. Good. Think about your speed here as we approach. Good. And we'll bring us to a nice smooth stop at the stop sign. Try not to go past. Good. And we're going to turn left here, so we're driving across and turning left
Okay.
again. We can give the signal. Now, is it safe for us to go? Anyone coming? Okay.
No.
Good. So let's carefully roll past. Driving past both of these two blue cones.
Okay.
And then turning to the left. That's it. Good. That's it. And get yourself nicely lined up. And what side of the road do we want to be?
The left.
A little bit
right
to the, yeah, a little bit to the right side. That's perfect. Good. That's it. And then drive us up towards the end. We'll make the same left turn again when we get to the blue cone. Good. Now can we see a car behind us?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, let's give the signal. Let's use the brakes as well a little bit. Good. The faster we go, the quicker we might need to turn. Okay, that's good braking. Good, all the way up to the end. That's it, and we'll turn left again. Good. Now, as we roll round to the stop sign this time, we just want to bring ourselves to a stop a little bit before we get to the signs. We don't want to just stop the front of the car from going past.
Okay.
Okay. Excellent control. That's great gas control. Really good throttle. Now let's slow it down a little bit so we don't roll past the sign. Good. Stopping a little bit earlier. Perfect. Now we're going to put the right signal on this time. Good. Now is it safe for us to go? Anyone coming?
No.
Okay, let's roll round. Not too quick.
No.
That's it. That's it. Keep yourself nice and straight. Lightly on the gas. Good. Now which side of the road do we want to be positioned?
This side.
A little bit to the right side. That's it. We'll be careful with the car in front as well.
Okay.
That's it. Going straight on. That's it, all the way down to the end. That's good. And we'll cover the brake just a tiny little bit. Good. Just to slow ourselves down a little bit. Good. That's it. Keep rolling forward slowly. That's it. Good. So that car's going to turn just before us. Good. Bring yourself to a brake a little bit. Okay. Bring yourself to a brake. We'll come to a stop. That's it. We're going straight on.
Okay.
Okay. So you keep your foot on the brake though. We're just going to wait for that car to go first. That's it. Good. We'll try and position close to the right hand side.
Okay.
That's it. And we're just going to follow this car all the way down towards the end. Good. So off the gas. That's it. No pedals at all. And we'll just let this car just roll away from us a little bit.
Okay.
Good. That's it. Now we can press the gas just a little bit. And then we're just going to find a place down here where we can park up. Good. So if you let go of the pedals completely, if we steer to the right a little bit, drive onto the grass for me.
Okay.
That's it. Good. Off the gas.
Oh no, no.
That's it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So just off the gas. Good. And as we come through now, we're going to turn as quickly as we can to the left. That's it. Good. The car's going to just drive around a little bit on its own, which is fine. That's it. Keep going, yeah, keep it going, keep it going. Good. Till we're pointing straight on. Now, if you straighten up the wheel, good, we'll put it into reverse. Good. And if you look at the camera, I'm just going to reverse back in a straight line. So if we let go of the brake, good, we'll steer a little bit to the left. That's it. Good. Now straighten the wheel. Perfect. Good. Excellent. And then if you bring yourself to a nice stop here, press the little button on the end of the gear lever and relax your feet for a minute. Right, we'll have a look at your logbook. So, is this the same logbook you had before, or is this brand new?
This is brand new.
Excellent. Right, well let's have a look. Let's tick off the bits that we have done today. So was those sharper left turns still your favourite bit?
Yeah.
What I like is that your use of the gas pedal got better and better as we went through.
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you feel it improved as we went through?
Yeah.
Is it nice and smooth in the back?
Yeah.
It's a bit bumpy.
Uncle John. Uncle John.
Yes. It was a bit bumpy.
Didn't stop the snoring though.
Just after I told him tired. Forgive me if I snored too loud.
No, it was all good. Definitely wasn't bumpy.
He's right, I can sleep for anything when I'm tired.
Right, so let's put some skills in today, shall we? So we'll put in those left turns. Let's also put in braking. Okay, should we have those two skills?
Yeah.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to try and put how much you enjoyed those turns. So,
Yeah.
so let's think about those left turns. Where are you? If 1 was you didn't enjoy them very much, and 10 was they were the best ever.
Yeah.
Where are we going with that?
10.
Okay, right. And what about with the use of the brakes?
10.
Going 10 as well. Okay. Now we're also going to put the left turns in again. Okay. So we're going to put left turns enjoyed. Okay, so we've got your enjoyment of the left turns and the braking. Now, left turns, we're going to think about how we could improve them in the future. So if we think about 1 being your new to left turns,
Yeah.
and 10 those left turns are the best that you think they're ever going to be,
Okay.
where would you say you are on that scale?
I think it's at 8. I think.
Going 8?
Yeah.
And what about for braking?
It's 9.
9. Okay, it's good. So what we're going to do really for next time is that let's have a look at maybe we might be able to do some reversing. We'll put that down as an option. Is there something you'd like to do maybe next time that we haven't done today?
Emergency stop.
Okay, so possibly working towards emergency stops. Okay, so the idea is that the skills for that, maybe we'll try and work on those. So think of the skills that we need for that.
Okay.
That's probably going to be positioning. We need to work on, and we probably need to work on. What else would you say?
Left hand.
Okay, I'll put that in as well. Okay, cool. Right, so yeah, if you want to take that book away, bring that with you next time, and we'll have a look and see if we can work towards those other bits. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No questions.
No? Right, let's carefully hop out then, gentlemen.